I went from 45 kg pull-up to 80 kg pull-up in less than a year, and in this period of time, I had lower back pain, shoulder pain, wrist pain, biceps tendon pain, triceps tendinite, shoulder pain, and neck pain, but I still managed to skyrocket my progress. This is because I understood the difference between a bad pain and a good pain. What is even a good pain? A good pain is a pain that's gonna increase your progress or that isn't a big injury risk. A bad pain is the last rep that will make you sore for days, or just the feeling that you can't PR this day. What is a good pain for your tendons and what is a bad pain for your tendons? So the tendon pain, it's a thing that just a few people speak about on YouTube. A lot of people, they don't see videos of how to make your tendons stronger. But in some strength sport and in some calisthenics and in every sport, just to reduce the chance of injury, it's good to have some big tendons. So what is a good pain for your tendon? So the good pain for your tendon, there isn't a lot, because a lot of time when you have some tendon pain, it's always when it's too late. Because I had some triceps tendinite for 2 months, and I only had the pain when I already finished my set and when it was too late. So on the muscle soreness, if you do like 10 reps to failure, on the 5-6 reps you already feel some muscle pain, or you feel that it's working, and you can know if it's a risk of injury and if you want to push past the last rep. But on the tendon pain, unless you finish your set, you don't really feel your tendon pain. And that's why some people like to see video of people having a biceps tear and the intensity, was RPE 6, like, and it's very scary. So to know if it's a tendon pain or a muscle pain, and if it's bad, you need to see. So usually you don't feel your tendon, because like if you do hypertrophy especially, you just sore your muscle but your tendons aren't sore most of the time. Or if it's sore, you don't feel it, because you only feel the tendon soreness when it's very big and you have some tendinite. So if you have some very little tendon pain, it's just always bad, because when you have some tendon pain, it's already like for weeks that your tendons is like weak for weeks, and you have the pain too late. So it's most of the time very bad to have a tendon pain, but there is some exception. So if you have some tendon pain on the wrist by doing muscle ups or calisthenics skills, or if you have tendon pain on the shoulder, then it's different, because the wrist is mostly tendon. So the wrist that you have when you do muscle up on strong grip, it's mostly tendons and you don't have a lot of muscle. So when you make your wrist stronger, you can easily feel your tendons and also your shoulder. So this shoulder movement, this and this is mostly tendons. So it's normal to feel your tendons if you train them. So you probably don't saw video about how to make your tendons stronger, and you can't compare my advice of tendons to other YouTubers, because you probably don't see any videos how to make your tendons stronger. But something that I need to tell you is that the isometrics holds use more your tendons than your muscle. There is not some logical argument, just that you should know that if you do a hold like front lever that I tried, this is way more your tendons than your muscle, and that's why calisthenics have a lot of time tendons pain. So if you have tendons pains, just a very, very little, like like 3 of 10 pain by trying some front lever, then it's a good pain. So if it's some isometric hold, some wrist pain by doing muscle up, then it's not a big pain. So you don't take a risk, you won't have like your wrist won't like get off of your body, you won't have a wrist tear. So there is not studies that you can't compare what my advice to other YouTubers. Just believe me, if it's some isometric hold and you have tendon pain in some isometric holds, then it's not that a bad pain. If you do muscle up and you have some wrist pain, it's not bad. But if you do some, let's say, pull-ups and you feel your triceps pain or you feel some elbow pain, so on the biceps, you do pull-ups and instead of feeling your biceps here, you feel here. Like there is no muscle here. So if you feel some pain here, it's only your tendon and you can risk a biceps tear. So if you do pull-ups or muscle-ups and you feel the pain only here, then it's bad pain. I can't give you some study, just believe me. So just never train hard or do weighted pull-ups. If you have some triceps pain by doing pull-ups, just do body weight pull-ups. And I know it's bad for you because you need to train less, you need to make less progress, but what you can do is enhance your tendons by some tendon protocol. So there is no study, so I can't give you some protocol, but I am doing now a tendon protocol and I will release soon a video about how to make your tendon stronger and don't have this big injury and don't risk a biceps tear. So in conclusion, if the tendon pain is less than 3 of 10, you can still train very hard like RPE 9 or even 10. But if the pain is above 5 of 10, you will do a easy session like less than RPE 8 because you just risk an injury. And also, if you do pull-ups and you have some triceps pain, then this is the worst pain you can have for the tendons. So instead of skipping the session, do an easy session. So do your tertiary training. And if you don't know what is a tertiary training, you can watch the video about workout split designing. So what is a back pain for your muscle? It's when you feel a muscle mainly in an exercise that don't really train them. So if you do, let's say, rowing, you should feel mainly your lats or your traps, your middle traps. But if you feel your biceps and your forearms a lot, then you just have a bad form. And the same thing for pull-ups. If you feel your biceps a lot but not your lats, you probably don't know how to use your lats and you probably have a bad form on the pull-up. So to explain the good form on lateral on pull-ups and on rowing, let me explain how to use your lats. So your lats, their work is to make the arm narrower to the back. So if you do, let's say, rowing, you do this movement. When you go like this, you can use your lats. So you bam, you flex your lats. But when you are in this position and you go like this, you can't use your lats. So in this movement, it's only the biceps and the forearm. So your lats aren't working. So there is no need in the rows to go higher because you won't feel your lats. You just technically can't train them in this range of motion. In this range of motion, you just feel your rear delt, your forearms, your biceps, but your lats don't work. And on pull-ups, it's the same. So if you do pull-up, you're like this, you contract, then you go hip, and when you are here, your lats, you can't train them to go higher. So if you want to do a chest to bar pull-up or a muscle up, then you just use momentum, but your lats can't work. That's why on muscle ups and chest to bar pull ups, you just need to be explosive. So to learn how to use your lats on the rowing and on the pull up, what can be very good is to start doing less range of motion. So let's say in the rowing, only do this, only do very little range of motion, and on pull up only do, let's say, like this, up and this. So a very short range of motion, because it's the range of motion when it's easier to use your lats. And you're gonna first start to do like half reps just to learn how to do a better movement. And once you can really feel your lats when doing the movement, then you can try to increase the range of motion when your lats are weaker. And another example for like bad muscle pain is when people do lateral raises and they feel more their traps, or they feel even their neck when doing lateral raises. They just have a bad form, so instead of doing this, they do this. And of course it is bad, because when you have upper trap pain when doing lateral raises, you didn't warm up your upper traps. So maybe you will do like warm up 4 kg, 2 kg, 6 kg, 8 kg, and then when you do 10 kg, on the last rep you ego lift and you use your traps, but you have zero warm up, and this pain can just be bad for you. For your muscle pain, it's just a good pain when you feel the muscle that you want to work. So if the day after you have a soreness exactly in the muscle that you worked, then it's very good, it's a good pain. And if not, maybe you just did wrong the technique, so this is a bad pain. And if you don't have soreness at all, maybe you didn't work enough hard, or you are just used to the movement. So even if you train hard, you maybe don't feel some muscle soreness. And if something is not clear in the video, ask me in the comment. I am an unemployed student, so I will respond, and I can give you some specific exercise to enhance your tendons, to recover CNS, to maybe you can send me your workout split and I can just like make it better for you. If you give me the details, just write something in the comment and I will respond.